Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. Today it is a really rainy, kind of crappy day outside, so I decided to do a get it all done video. I had laundry, dishes, I also have some house projects, some cooking and baking stuff that I wanted to get done. So that is my goal for the day, just to get a bunch of house stuff done basically. So I am doing dishes, which is, even though there's 4 people in our family, it just seems like it is never ending. I also noticed that our dishwasher needed to be cleaned out, so I just put a bowl with probably about a cup of white vinegar, and then you just run a cycle through, and that should help kind of clean out any yucky, gunky stuff in your dishwasher. My kids are also slowly getting up, so I decided to kind of pick up the house. We had some friends over last night and they have a little toddler, so I ended up bringing out a bunch of like little cars, and Daylin brought down some of her toys too, so we were all just hanging out on the porch while all the kids played together. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, just setting stuff on the stairs, getting all that picked up, doing a kind of run through of the house. This is really a normal day-to-day. I just run through the house really quick. Brett also came home from work early today because of the rain, so that chicken always runs up to Brett, and then Brett always gives her snacks out of his lunch, so that's what he's doing now. It is pouring outside. Everyone is kind of having a lazy day today. Today's Saturday, and Brett is also home from work because it's raining. He works outside, and so his job is kind of goes along with the weather. So when it's raining, he can't be working because they're trying to build bridges. Yeah. So anyways, he came home, he brought everybody donuts, so they were just watching Sonic and doing their own thing. I cannot sit today. I need to be doing a project or something like that. We've really kind of taken it easy this whole week. I got some little projects done here and there. We went out with my mom yesterday. So really just kind of a pretty low-key week, which is why I haven't picked up the camera a whole lot, but I am needing to kind of get back into things. So today was kind of the perfect day to do a get everything done kind of day, especially with the rain. We're not going to be doing anything outside, but inside I have that little basement landing area completely done to the point where I'm just going to be adding some shelves, and then I'm also going to be doing something on the floor like a stencil. So that is where I'm going at the moment. I'm trying to figure out colors though for the floor in there. I'm doing a stencil and I want the floor to be dark, and so my issue is trying to, I don't want all the colors to clash, like the green wall that you see with the brown and gray floors that I have with now the kitchen cabinets are a pretty bold color too, so I'm trying to make sure everything flows. So I'm going to keep that room, that basement landing area, pretty warm toned, neutral, pretty basic. So originally I was going to do the floor a very dark gray, whole thing gray, and then I'm like, why don't I kind of like spruce it up a little bit and try a stencil? So I ordered the stencil from Amazon. I'll show you when I get back home. I was looking at the floor and everything and just trying to figure out, long story short, I switched it up. So I am going to be doing, the walls right now are this color. Let's see if it will show you. So the walls right now are this color. And so what I'm going to do is, I was trying to find a color that did not clash with the walls, because they're they're not just white. They're like a creamy beige color almost. So I saw this color and I'm like, oh, because these are in the same, it's not picking it up. So because these are like all in the same group, I'm like, why don't I do the floor this color, and then the stencil on top will be this oatmeal color. So basically my color scheme is going to be, this is the wall, this is all the floor, the whole floor is going to be this color instead of a dark gray, and then this like oatmeal color, that's going to be the stencil on top. So I am on my way to Menards right now to see if I can get some paint, and then that is going to be my big project today. Oh my gosh, that took forever trying to figure out what paint to get, and then finally I asked somebody and he told me like right away. I was trying to figure it out on my own. but I gotta figure it out. First, I tried to have him tint some paint. He's like, I'll try it to see if I can tint this, but I'm not sure. And then he tried it and he's like, I'm sorry, but I can't tint this color or this like specific paint that I was trying to get. So I explained to him what I was doing and he's like, oh, I'll just show you the right paint to get. I'm like, perfect. So I have this color, which is the regular, whatever, the regular paint. That's going to be the floor color. This is going to be the stencil color. And then I also found, I always look at baskets. Do not sleep on Menards baskets. I'm telling you, they have a whole aisle of baskets. Like, these are not pretty baskets, but I can always use baskets for something. And then I found, I need new pots and pans so bad, so I found this. It was on sale. So, I just found that. But the baskets are so nice. And they also have like different styles too. So they don't have just farmhouse ones that I like the wire baskets. They have neutral looking baskets. They have plastic baskets. They have the woven looking baskets. They have a ton. So if you ever need baskets, Menards is always my go-to. So I'm gonna go home, get all this stuff in, and see if I can start doing something. But I'm nervous to try it because I don't want to mess it up. I was going to make this for dinner one night. These are cheeseburger sliders, but because everyone was home, I decided to go ahead and make them for lunch. So I have the hamburger meat is cooked. I also have it seasoned, and then in a separate bowl or a separate pot, I put a little bit of butter and minced garlic. And so I'm just kind of finishing up browning my seasoned hamburger meat. Then you're going to take Hawaiian rolls. Normally I double this recipe, but today I did not. You take your Hawaiian rolls, you cut it in half, you place the bottoms kind of pushed together so it's almost all in one big bunch. Then you scoop a little bit of mayo, I would say about a quarter cup of mayo, and that also holds the meat mixture together once you place it on your Hawaiian rolls. So you do whatever cheese you like. I just use regular mild cheddar cheese or sharp cheddar cheese. You put that on the bottom of the Hawaiian rolls. Then you put your hamburger meat on top, and I kind of like smush it together, kind of like push it together, I guess, so that it's all kind of in one big group on there. Then you put your cheddar cheese, your slices of cheese back on top, and then you put your buns on. And once the cheese melts, it'll be easy to cut. But I also brush the top with my butter and minced garlic mixture, and then I also use whatever seasonings to season the top of the Hawaiian rolls as well. And then I put it in the oven for 350 degrees for roughly 7 to 10 minutes. So now I'm switching to cleaning out these baskets. This is kind of like a catch-all hutch right here. The very bottom has all of my kids' Bible study stuff when my mom comes over to do that with them. The middle part has all of my extra camera things, sunglasses, and then you see the red and the blue Bluetooth speakers. That basket is legit a catch-all for all of my husband's things, like pocket knives and stuff whenever we go morel hunting in the woods. I need to reorganize this so bad, but for now I have those baskets like that. So I am moving on to the basement. I needed to make sure that I got everything vacuumed before I started to paint because the dog hair is, as you can imagine, always ridiculous in this house. So first what I'm going to do is, I don't use tape normally unless it's kind of like a sketchier spot where I don't want to get, paint on our hardwood floor if I'm touching up trim, that kind of thing. But I can do a pretty straight line, so I'm just kind of going around the room to where my roller brush cannot really hit. It's just easier to kind of frame out what you're doing and then use the roller to get as close as you can to the edge. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. And then as I'm painting, I noticed that as it is drying on the concrete, it is leaving a really weird, it's not drying right on the concrete. It's almost like the concrete is like soaking up the paint. So what I decided to do is I have a ton of extra paint all over, as you can imagine. So I found this primer that I'm going to put down first, and that will be like my base coat. And then I'm gonna let that dry, and then I can go over top of it with the color that I originally want, which I probably should have done this to begin with, but that paint was just drying really weird on that concrete. So while that paint is drying, I decided to go ahead and get some more dishes done and switch laundry around, which I needed to do a big laundry day today. I needed to kind of wash a bunch of things from the week, so I'm kind of multitasking here, going from one project to another, but while the paint was drying, I wanted to get some other things done. So I have laundry done, and now you can kind of see the difference between the dried floor, what that looks like, and then the white. I am back painting. I'm doing what I did the first time and just kind of trimming out around the edge of the floor, around the bottom of where the wall meets the floor as well. The part that I'm on is concrete. The part that I did the first time is wood. So I had to make sure that I had a paint that worked well for both. This is where I don't really trust myself, so I decided to go ahead and tape it out. And I have been dying to get this little ugly blue strip that shows underneath the door. I've been dying to get this painted for so long. So having it painted, it felt so good to have it finally done and no longer that robin egg blue. While that paint is drying, I decided to try this Jello cookie recipe. I shared it on my Instagram if you are interested in checking out the full recipe on that. You can also find it on Pinterest, that's where I got it as well. So I'm mixing everything together, and it's really a simple, you can't really screw it up kind of cookie recipe. I did notice this batter is a lot thicker, so you can kind of have them closer together on your cookie sheet. They do not separate a lot in the oven, and then you put them in the oven at 325 for 11 to 13 minutes. I suggest closer to 13 minutes because the first batch came out very they were kind of doughy still. I also decided to frost just a couple of them just so we could have them to try. I put them in the fridge, which I really like when the frosting is cold and the cookies are cold. I thought they were really good, but to store them, it's just easier to store them without the frosting, and then you can frost them as you want them kind of thing. So that's why I only frosted 6 of them. I think I am finally can say that I am done for the day. So after I did the paint in the basement stairs, I had to like chill for a little bit because I was up really early with Brett this morning. I think his alarm went off at like 4:30, 4:45, so we were up early. I am very tired, so getting some stuff done today felt really good, but I had to like take a little break. So even though it looked like I was like doing this and doing that and doing this, I took a little break. I also switched laundry, did the dishes, and then I made those cookies. So I was thinking that those cookies would be really good for 4th of July, and I think I'm gonna make them whenever we go to a 4th of July party with our friends. So that's a good, like, kid-friendly, very simple, you can't really screw it up, and then I want to put actual like red, white, and blue sprinkles on top. So that is probably one good dessert to make. So I am actually on my way to go pick up pizza. I did not feel like cooking tonight. I am wore out, I am tired. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see more of these. I think doing these kind of videos would probably be easier to do during the week, like days when we don't have a lot going on, but I'm always doing something, working on something, fixing something, baking something, making something for dinner. Maybe doing these kind of videos would be a good like break up in between the daily vlogs, because we don't always, like, we're not always doing something that's vlog worthy, I guess. So I don't know, maybe this kind of video, like a get it all done, or, you know, a cleaning video would be a good kind of in between the daily vlogs. So I am almost into town. I'm gonna pick up this pizza, and then we are probably going to watch a movie tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.